Welcome to Popternative, where we dive into topical discussions from the worlds of pop culture, social media, and sports. Here is your host, Peter Remoliotis, aka PD Beats.
Hello and welcome to the Popternative podcast, the podcast and talk show where we have digital discussions, the worlds of music, TV, pop culture, news, lifestyle, sports, everything really depending on the guest. We talk about it all. As always, I'm your host, Peter Remoliotis. On social media, you know me as PD Beats, and I am speaking to a band from Toronto, Ontario called UPTOWN BOYBAND. I'm going to have them introduce themselves and we'll get into the interview.
Yo, what's up? I'm Rock.
I'm Justin Trash.
I think you need to breathe for a second, man. That was a long sentence. I'm Joe Rascal, by the way, and we're UPTOWN BOYBAND. Yes, sir. What it do? What's up?
Gentlemen, welcome to the show.
Thank you very much. We're really happy to be here, man.
Thanks for having us.
No problem. I mean, one of you can kind of answer this. I mean, when did the idea and the origins of UPTOWN BOYBAND come to be?
So pretty much, it started with me and Rock in high school. We met up in breakdance club, and then from then on, we met Justin through a mutual friend, and we had the same visions and ideas, and we came together at like a bar and started drinking, and we're like, hey, yo, why don't we just start this group together? And at first, we were called UPTOWN, and then later down the road, we brought boy band into the collective. Yeah,
absolutely. And the music is being fired out. Everyone's kind of consuming it, and it's crazy, right? Because there's so many kind of different ways to kind of discover like music these days.
Right.
YouTube is obviously like the main one too, but Spotify has been pretty big for your band as well.
Yes, and YouTube as well, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we just have like a lot of fans all over the world just tuning into our songs. So, we're just grateful.
Could you all kind of talk a little bit about the reception, specifically with your new single, Popular? The reception has been amazing. Can you kind of talk about the reception and what people can expect with that song?
Basically, we just wanted something that was something relatable because, like, back in the day, we didn't really go to proms ourselves. So this was kind of like our own prom that we held with this song. And the response has been great. And we appreciate everybody for listening to it. And, yeah, I mean, what else are we doing with it, bro?
I mean, the fans love it. People love it. It's it's an easy, catchy hook, and we're just banging it.
Yeah.
No, absolutely. I mean, it's one of those things too, where people listen to your music. There's a lot kind of going on in your music, right? There's like the pop, there's the hip hop, the R&B. Some people are kind of referring to you as kind of the alternative K-pop. I mean, when people kind of like describe your music in many different genres, I mean, that's a good thing too, right? It shows how kind of well-rounded you are as a band.
Right. And that was, I guess, like our main goal with this group was we grew up listening to so many different types of music, and we all had like the common love for K-pop and like K-pop culture. So we wanted to bring our own flavor to that, basically.
Mm.
What do you think when people say alternative K-pop? What do you think about that?
We love it. It's a nice general term for us because we're not held in a box. Like, we can literally do anything we want. So it's definitely liberating.
And we got a lot of inspirations from K-pop music because, like how you said, we mix a lot of genres together. Yeah. And that's exactly what K-pop music, that's what they do, So we just wanted to bring that flavor in about doing like separate songs.
Yes.
Doing a lot of versatile stuff.
And to add to what you just said, do you also find that because you put the alternative in there because, people that listen to K-pop and listen to UPTOWN BOYBAND, it might not sound like the usual K-pop that they're used to. You know what I mean?
We're just the alternative to that,
Absolutely. During, COVID-19, there's been a lot of opportunities to kind of discover music and discover a lot of things. For you guys, what are some kind of things that you've kind of noticed about, consuming content like music during the pandemic? Because I find it's very interesting, too. A lot of bands are doing live streams and interacting with fans. What has that kind of been like? I want to hear from all three of you, like kind of being a band in, the COVID times.
I think it's like, in those movies, like I know you did an interview with one of the actors from Cobra Kai. We're kind of like in the background in our dojo, like secretly making things, and like we're just honing in our craft and practicing, and we're just like, we feel like it's a very like meditative like state like era right now, where I feel like a lot of artists are just like getting ready to explode once this whole COVID thing's over, right?
Absolutely.
So That's just like my take on this whole
Yeah.
situation. Like that's how I feel.
What do you guys think about that?
So basically, the way I described it is basically our hyperbolic time chamber. We're basically training inside, and you know what I mean. Like it was such a curse, but also like a silver lining in the cloud, because we got to like work on ourselves and kind of hone into like the sound that we want for this the future music that's coming out. So yeah, it's been beneficial for us.
Yeah, and you know, I completely agree with what the guys say, and I also think it's the time for artists to really just be experimental. You know, nowadays you see a lot of like different ways that they release music, just because you know people can't gather to shoot videos anymore, right? A lot, so people do VRs, people do visualizers, like 3D artwork and all that stuff. So it's a lot of time where we could just experiment and see and try out the stuff that we wanted to try out. You know, when's a better time to do it other than now?
Absolutely. This is a segment I want to do now that I do on my show with a lot of musicians. It's called Name 3. So this is now Name 3 with Uptown Boy Band. It's an opportunity for my listeners. If they don't know about Uptown Boy Band, they have kind of an opportunity to check out some of your songs. So what I want to do, we can go in order, and all of you could just name 3 of them. I want you to name 3 Uptown Boy Band songs, but there's 3 specific songs. So I want you to name, one, up-tempo, upbeat Uptown Boy Band songs. One can make an argument they're all up-tempo, but the first one that kind of comes to mind. Then I want you, for the second one, to let me know about the one that holds the closest to your heart, the most heartfelt Uptown Boy Band song. A song that basically means a lot for you, and, a song like maybe you guys were going through a difficult time and it helped you. And then finally, trendy. The trendy, like a new song that you drop or something that you think. So name 3. We want to do upbeat, heartfelt, trendy. Name 3 of Uptown Boy Band. Go.
I'll go first.
All right, go.
Okay, so basically first is Read My Mind. That's the upbeat one. Second one that's closest to my heart, I guess I would say Sailor Moon. And then the third one, what was the third requirement?
You tell me, bro.
What was the third requirement?
It was like trendy.
All right, I'll go next. Upbeat, I was thinking the same thing. Read My Mind. The second, the closest that heartfelt for me was Roller Girl, just because that kind of started this whole project at first. And then the most trendy, Bags for sure.
Wow.
Hey, these guys took my answers. I was gonna say the same. I was gonna say Read My Mind, because I really like that dancehall vibe that it gives off. It's very up tempo. Second is heartfelt was Roller Girl, because that was our first music video as well, and like that was like our first song of Uptown Boy Band collectively together. Third, I would say trending. Also, you could look at the numbers on Spotify. Bags. If you check out Bags on Spotify, I feel like it's the most trending right now as well.
Isn't it? It's a game. Spotify is a game changer for artists like Uptown Boy Band.
Yes.
It's awesome. You mentioned kind of the dance hall and the dancing, and I find it interesting because a lot of bands, you saw a lot of K-pop bands, a lot of pop bands, and so to speak, like the boy bands. It's in your name, Uptown Boy Band. There's like the dancing and there's the vocals, right? Yeah. What do you kind of think is the perfect? And I want to know what all 3 of you think about this. Maybe we could start, for the person who answered the question. Basically, like, what do you think about the balance? Make sure there's a good balance between dancing and the kind of lyrics and the vocals, you know what I mean? Do you find sometimes one will take over the other with Uptown Boy Band, or you find there's a balance between the 2?
So if we're comparing ourselves to K-pop artists, if you know like the backgrounds of it, they're pretty much training for years and years and years to dance and to sing and to do all the stuff that they do. So like they're almost going into perfection with all their dance and singing and stuff. But your question was for us, right? Like about how we balance it out. It's like I think we're just trying to be ourselves at the end of the day. So when we like release a music video or a showcase, like Sailor Moon has a little bit of a dance choreo in it. Yep. Like we're just kind of like feeling ourselves. We're just being ourselves. We think it just fits in that mood. It fits at that right moment, and that's what we like to showcase in our music and our visuals as well.
Can anyone add to that?
I think like overall, no matter if it's the songs or the dancing, we're just trying to make it like synchronized so it's just like the best it can be. So right now our focus is the music, but future visuals, there's going to be better choreo, there's going to be better music, and yeah, I just got to wait on it basically.
Absolutely. Do you want to add to that?
Yeah, for sure. I think we just try to make what feels right at the moment in that part of the song. There are parts of like songs where we do put in little dance segments into it, and we just feel like we don't want to, you know, overbury it with like a certain part of it, you know what I mean? We just wanted to really balance it out very nicely. And that's something that we're still experimenting to this day. And, you know, whatever just feels right for us at the moment.
Absolutely. We're having a good time in this interview. The vibes are good, right? We're laughing. We're having a good time. We're smiling. I feel like you guys will be at you will appreciate dad jokes. Are you guys fan of dad jokes?
Oh, that's me. That's me right
here. I happen to be like a dad joke connoisseur. Like I have them rapid fire.
Okay.
Did you guys hear about that restaurant on the moon? Unbelievable food, but zero atmosphere.
Oh.
Did you hear about the kidnapping? It's okay. He woke up.
Oh my God. Okay.
I used to work at a shoe factory, but I quit, guys, because it was soul destroying.
Oh, okay.
Just have them off the cup. I was doing interviews with members of Outer Bank.
Wait, I got a question.
Oh, you got one?
Did you like sit in your room and think about these before, like, or did you just make it up on the spot?
Oh, these are ones that I've used before, but I just know them by heart, right? The shovel was a groundbreaking invention. Really. You shouldn't trust stairs because they're always up to something.
Oh, nice.
There's a bunch of them. No, it was cool. I interviewed you know, I don't know if you guys saw Outer Banks over quarantine, that show on Netflix that like blew up. I interviewed some of them, some of the cast members, and I told them the dad jokes, and they lost their minds, which I thought was pretty cool. A lot of things trend over time. You know, at one point, you know, I'm a big foodie. You know, hot sauce was a huge trend. Everyone wanted everything spicy. What are you guys kind of noticing trend-wise in music? What's working right now in music? Is it kind of like the live streams? Is it the heartfelt? Is it the heartfelt lyrics? Is it the music videos? What are you noticing is hitting stride with the audience, like in terms of trends in music right now?
I feel a lot of I feel a lot of inspirations from like indie artists in mainstream music. You know what I mean? Like we've seen a lot of cases where, you know, a lot of artists that blew up in SoundCloud and like online platforms, you know, they create that new mainstream sound. Yeah. And we've seen that for a couple of years now. And I feel like that's still going to go on for a couple of years. Yep. And it gives a lot of new opportunities for artists that aren't signed to big, you know, major record labels and stuff. And that's kind of how we all started off too. So that's like a big trend I'm seeing. Yeah.
A trend I'm seeing in these times is I feel like the audience is taking more of the driver's seat now in this trend. There's a lot of like new music videos where like people make memes out of them, TikTok videos. And I feel like it's more of an audience interaction now. Whereas before it was more like the audience looking at the artist. Now it's the opposite way. It's like the artist puts it out there. I feel like the artist is putting out a blank canvas for the audience, and the audience is just drawing on the canvas. Now I feel like that's like the trend. You know, the audience is more interactive.
I like that. I like that a lot. That's a good way of putting it.
Yeah, I mean, I have nothing to add to that.
I was about to say, I thought you were about to say something. And no, absolutely. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for coming on Popternative. I really appreciate chatting with you guys.
Thank you for having us, man.
Thank you, Pete, for having us, man.
So Popular is out right now. Bags is out right now. A lot of songs are out right now. Plug away about the music. Where can people check out the music? And then all three of you specifically plug your social medias where people can follow you on social media.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
All right, so Uptown Boy Band, you can follow us on Instagram, Uptown Boyband _. We also have a mixtape coming out soon, November 20, called Club UBB. So make sure to check that out. Spotify, Apple Music, you can hit us up anywhere. And yeah, personal social media _Rock Lee. That's where you'll find me.
Mine is Justin Trash _ pretty much all across the board. So
absolutely.
Yeah, mine's Joe Dot. Make sure you put the dot. Only one period. Rascal.
Well, guys, congratulations so far with the success of Uptown Boy Band, because it's great to see you guys are doing really well. You guys are doing well on Spotify and on YouTube. It's awesome to see. And I wish you all the best, and I hope it just continues to get bigger and better for you guys. Let's go.
Appreciate it,
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it, brother.
Absolutely. Well, this has been Popternative, youtube.com/Popternative for previous episodes. And until next time, this is Uptown Boy Band and Petey Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popternative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popternative on YouTube. Be sure to like Popternative on Facebook and follow us on Twitter.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.